Fuck. Hang on, what the hell happened? Why in the... I was just wondering what happened. Now I've got to photograph the...
Done. Where to next?
Next up is the starboard A deck crane, just aft of here. I've updated your map and mission log.
I'll head there now. Didn't realize any cranes survived on the stern.
Yeah, this is the only one still attached. It was electric, like the other cranes on board, and was used to access the number 4 hatch on B deck. The stern holds 4, 5, and 6
Alright.
were mostly used for storing third-class baggage and refrigerated food supplies.
Done.
Great! Onto the aft mast. Like the foremast, the aft mast has collapsed, but you'll see it's fallen to port and leaning over the edge of the B deck hull.
Leaning to port? Was that from the impact?
The stern was spiraling as it landed, and everything shifted to port, including the upper decks. It's more noticeable from the starboard side, but you can see the C deck second-class promenade windows don't line up with the lower deck walls by about 3 meters.
I had no idea the impact was so violent.
Yeah. The stern was traveling at roughly 60 kilometers per hour when it hit the ground. A lot of debris trailed out of the stern as it spun, and the jagged edges of the exposed decks were folded back or peeled off. The implosion damage had blown out the walls and sides, so the upper decks were lacking supports and collapsed on top of each other as it landed. The only reason the stern has some structure now is the watertight bulkheads remain.
I'm gonna have to go. Off. It's alright, the door. The door? Fucking hell, my speech is terrible.
Photograph has been taken. Is it just me or does this mast look shorter than the
Foremast. Only the bottom section of both masts remains. The top 4.5 meters were teak and have since disintegrated.
Well, maybe not.
Okay, what's next?
No,
I'm not gonna even bother.
Over to the starboard side this
No, I'm not gonna bother doing that.
I'm sticking up out of the collapsed decks.
No,
A
I
loose
give
section
up.
of the well
Shake
deck
this
fell
thing.
fast enough that it managed to slice through the decks just forward of watertight bulkhead O.
I try that, but it still doesn't work. Don't make me do it. It's like you lot birds kicking off. I have to tell YouTube just in case they're wondering. Did you freaking hear that? Little you could go off again. You're cheeky. Yeah, exactly, pigeon. So you lot, birds kicking off, as always. That don't always work, but I'm prepared this time. So you lot. Okay, reach the roof. I don't think she'll listen. Dad, the bird's not shutting up.
Listen here. You move down by the dog and I'll come over there then.
Shift your butt, Chloe. No, whatever your name is. Sorry, I nearly called her freaking Chloe when it was Piglet.
The exposed joists on top can pose a threat for the ROV. Make sure you don't get too close.
Right, I'll keep my distance. John, why is the decking here collapsed so much more than the port side?
This area suffered massive implosion damage. The stern still had pockets of air as it sank, and the outside pressure increased to a point where the surrounding water forced its way into these pockets. The implosion was powerful enough to strip away all the cabin walls and supports from this area, leaving the decks to collapse on top of each other.
Survivors reported hearing underwater explosions. Do you think that was the stern imploding?
Yeah.
She's gone
that's
quiet
the
now,
current
you're
opinion.
sitting by her.
Ships don't go down quietly.
Okay.
Yeah,
what's next?
exactly.
We've
True
been
though.
asked to recover a tile from the decking just aft of here. There is a small pile
We'll
of
get
tiles
to that
from
in
the
a minute.
third-class
I'm more
general room,
focused on...
and we can grab one from the top of the pile.
That's one of the boarding entrances, if I'm right. That's one of the other rooms, but there's nothing in there. Point. Yeah, tiles. One of the tiles. Just checking the location. So I've got to go straight down that way. I know exactly where I'm going.
Get gorgeous.
Not as gorgeous as you.
No, I'm just holding on.
No, you're not. I've done this mission so many times, I got used to it. You should have seen my reaction when I saw the engines for the first time. It was amazing. Just they did a little thing for Spammels on this. And they sent him some merch because he was invited to the... Because Spammels was invited to the opening thing. He couldn't go for obvious reasons. So they sent him some merch with a shirt saying "I'm not David Smith." It's the people that made this, that YouTuber I watch. Spammels, but the company.
I found the tile.
No, it's the name that's just
I just
summed
need to
up
pick it
as
up by pressing
it's
the
the
cross
sense
button
of
on the
humour. Because they got his name wrong, so they put a shirt saying "I'm not David Smith."
So this tile was originally from the general room. Was that near here?
Yeah. The third
And the company that made this is called Immersive VR Education.
Just under the poop deck. We'll pass them as we head over to the port side propeller.
Okay, where's that?
The general room was used as a covered communal space for families and friends to talk and enjoy music, similar to the open space in the bow.
Okay, where am I going?
The smoking room next door was strictly for men and was somewhere they could relax and order a drink. If passengers wanted a bit of fresh air, they could head out onto the well deck. The destruction wasn't limited to the top of the
Same,
ship.
thank you.
The propellers were bent up
Fucking
at an
hell,
angle
Chloe.
of 20 degrees. The correct position of the propeller is 7 meters below ground level. The stern was traveling at about 60 to 80 kilometers per hour and spun 2.5 rotations before hitting the ocean floor. Decks were bent back and the sides aren't connected.
She went down like a
The sides
torpedo,
must
if
have
that
come
makes any
apart on the way
sense.
down because they're bent too
From what
far
I've
out
heard.
to be damaged from the impact. central propeller has
Gonna
been
take a
thought
while
to be
to
a
get over to
four-blade
this
like
one.
Olympics, but Harland and Wolff records show a three-blade was fitted to Titanic.
It's one of the cranes. The only one in the upright position. Still standing. It's gonna take a while to get over here. You can't really rush it at all. Yeah, I found it. This is it. This is it. Mum. This is it. When you holding it like I am now, you press that and it goes automatically into your current item thing. I'm gonna stand up for this. I know exactly where I'm going. Just waiting for this to... Yeah?
He was in the way, you couldn't get in the room. And you know where the guinea pigs were? I swapped them around because the guinea pig cage is smaller than what the rabbit cage is, so you can have the bedroom, the rabbit in there if you want, or you can have it in there temporarily until you can get a lunch outside, whichever you think's best. They sell them. Oh, what about that nice one we were looking at house?
I just don't want to get in the way.
No, not you know. Pennsylvania. The one like Cameron's one. Or there was that one. I think there's another one out there. I don't know how that stuff.
Freaking flies keep landing on my elbow.
It's okay with you. I'll pay for his rabbit. Just get the money out of my account, okay?
I'm gonna have a look in here.
I will, I'm just sorting this, doing this.
Mommy's a lovely rabbit. So if the Bobby Tubbies,
Okay, Dr. Lynch. We are nearing the end of our dive. We have a couple of more tasks to complete before returning to the surface.
Right. What's next?
We have a special assignment from a company called VR Education, who are currently building a virtual model of the Titanic shipwreck.
Whoa, the entire wreck?
Yeah. Well, most of it. They wanted to create the model so that new generations of kids and adults will be able to explore the wreck long after it's gone. She's been sitting here on the bottom of the ocean for over a century now. And is
310
expected to
years.
disappear by 2030, thanks to hungry bacteria eating at her hull and slowly dissolving her.
Yeah, it really is sad. It'll soon be just a memory. But this sounds like a worthwhile project. What's the assignment they've asked for?
The developers at VR Education have asked us to place a plaque on the stern next to the one Dr. Ballard placed back in the 80s. The plaque is in your ROV inventory, ready to be placed.
Okay. Where's Dr. Ballard's plaque located?
Ballard placed the plaque between two roller fair leads on the extreme aft starboard side of the stern. I will mark the location on your map.
Thanks, Gene. I'm on my way now. Okay, I'm on location now. I can see Dr. Bollard's plaque.
Great. Once you've placed it, please take a photo so we can send it to the people at VR Education.
But okay. The plaque reads, "This plaque is dedicated to the memory of all those who lost their lives on the sinking of RMS Titanic on the 15th of April, 1912. This plaque is located on the ship's final area of refuge before she
That's what I'm saying. I will. I've just got to sort this
those
out.
who perished find peace as their eternal destination."
Very poignant. It's sad to know that many of the victims on that tragic night spent their last few moments clinging to life in this very spot. It was the last part of Titanic to submerge.
Yeah, I can't imagine what it would have been like. This whole trip was a big honor. I feel like this one's gonna stick with me.
Me too. It was a pleasure guiding you on your dives, Dr. Lynch. I hope we can get to do this again someday.
Don't mention it. You performed brilliantly. Yeah, I think it's time to call it a day. Let's hope we get some funding to come back here in the future. I'm sure there's a lot more to be discovered.
Me too. Just hit the autopilot to return to the ship.